Soul Gambler is a choose-your-own-adventure graphic novel-styled RPG where you control a man named Faust, a man with a pre-established personality, but he is uncertain of his life and future in the constant influx of strange events, so making choices for him doesn't feel out of place. There are two major factors the player can use to influence the story in this game. There is the ability to spend your soul to bend reality to your will, or, well, since this game is trying to tell a story with a character, it's more like spend your soul to make Faust do what Faust would think is best at the time. Spending your soul is the biggest direct influence you can have on events and greatly determines what you will learn about the story and the characters inside of it. But there's a more passive way to influence the story, and that is with the stats you choose at the beginning. These passively decide how various interactions will go for your character, and the higher a specific stat is, the more likely it is to make things go your way. I'm not sure you could quite call the game a story about detective work, but you are meant to play through it multiple times, and each time you play through, you learn more things about the character's motivations and get new angles on what's going on every time you make new choices. There are a few things that really aren't in your or Faust's control, but for the most part, depending on your decisions, you can decide who lives, who dies, why, who you understand, and who you save in the end. Because you are controlling a character with a personality, you have to get that character into a situation where they actively understand what's going on and are in a position to be compassionate with the people you want to save to get the best ending. You can influence the life of virtually every important character and decide their ultimate fate through Faust's hand, indirectly or directly, which is even more powerful given the fact that Faust doesn't really know what's going on himself and just happens to be at the wrong place at the right time. If there is one complaint I have about the game, it's that it's too easy to solve, so to speak. There is a good, best ending, the achievements make that clear, where most people are happy and only the evil people are punished and die. But to reach that ending is incredibly easy. I did it by accident on my first try, and I think so would most people. I still played through the game multiple times because there are some things you can only understand about the characters, their motivations, and the mystery by choosing different options, but if you're only in here to get the good ending, then that's probably going to take like under 30 minutes. That being said, the more you discover about the story, the more you can appreciate it, because the game is very good about bringing everything together in a way that makes sense and is intriguing and compelling for the player. The game also includes plenty of situations where Faust's soul and skills can be used, so you'll want to replay to see how those situations might go differently if you had a different set of skills. Mostly, though, in spite of the narrative concept and choices being novel, I think the game ultimately comes down to its story and art style, which I think are both excellent, but pretty much all of the game is spoilers, so I can't really comment too much on that. It's a compelling little game with just enough interactivity to keep you interested in repeat playthroughs, and I certainly enjoyed it, especially the anime shit that goes down in some of the endings.